All right, everybody, welcome back to our channel. I am Hamet Neferet and my brother Moose, and we are bringing you the Gambling Elephant. This is only our second streaming our podcast, so bear with us while we get used to, talking on camera and talking to you as our audience while we just seeing each other. Okay. I'm here on the West Coast, he's on the East Coast. So it's kind of like we just trying to filter out and see how we're going to get this going. But we have a very important first topic to start off with, because we have experienced so many different things in our family, far as health. So we wanted to bring the topic today about medical knowledge. All right. Does that equal life, or do it make you paranoid? So I'm going to let my brother jump in on that. And I'm going to be silent for a minute. Go ahead, Moose.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, it's important for us to learn about our medical family history. You know what I'm saying? And because it's it's an old saying that says health is wealth.
Mm,
And I didn't understand that at the time, but now, being a middle-aged man, well into my 50s, I I understand that now, and I only wish that I knew more than what I actually did. Because growing up, our parents, I guess they did the best that they could as far as informing us, but I wish it could have been more. You
yeah.
know, so today, I'm going to share a little bit of my story about my health, and hopefully I can encourage and inspire others to push forward.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you on that one, because remember growing up, I was titled the sick girl. I was the one that was a little frail, um, being born with a heart murmur and other underlying heart um, problems resulting from the murmur. I remember being in St. Francis Hospital all the time, and even the medical center. I never forget. It was like a green tiled room where I would go to get my EKGs and other stuff. Well, I forgot all the names of it, but it's just that stuck with me. And my like y'all, my brothers, y'all didn't experience that growing up. Like you probably had like running around and chest pain, but if you guys probably was treated the same as I was treated, you probably would have had a little bit more knowledge, and not dismiss a lot of things growing up. It could have been addressed. And we don't know a lot about our father's side far as health. Okay, let me be clear on that. Far as medical conditions, we only know a small part of what our father was going through, because he had heart disease and things like that, and we found out when he was sick. We didn't know that he had these problems basically all his life. So the what I'm trying to get at is, where did it start? Where did it begin? Because it's really strange how out of I believe like maybe four out of the six or five out of the six kids have experienced some type of heart problems, heart related illnesses. You and Travis have had um, what, pacemakers or something put in, um,
Defibrillators.
defibrillators put in, and because I was so diligent about my health, I avoided a lot of what y'all went through, what you are still going through. Um, I remember when I was in the police department, and we used to go for our stress tests for free. And that's when, because of my police lifestyle, the food I was eating, I was still smoking cigarettes, I was partying. Um, when I did my stress test with contrast, it revealed that I possibly had 30% blockage, and I was so scared. I called Auntie Dot, and I was freaking out, man. I didn't know, like, I didn't tell y'all, my siblings. I think the only one that really knew to a certain extent was Selena, because she was living with me, and I had my funeral clothes laid out. I had my uh uh medical directive, my living will, everything done, and I made her swear that she would follow um my will to the T, to every letter, like down to the flowers for my funeral. I was that afraid. I was so just paranoid. And my cardiologist, excellent doctor, like, he said, I'm gonna have to do a heart catheterization on you, because he said, I don't want to do it because you're so young. He said, but I have to do it to rule this out. And he did it. And when he didn't find any blockage. And when I got off the table, he told me to get dressed. And he said, I didn't find anything blocking you. And he gave me a hug. He said, I'm so happy I don't have to do this to you. He said, because to be honest with you, I would have had to do open heart right here.
Yeah.
And I had called Auntie Dot, and I was like, let's take a ride. Because it was my birthday, actually. My birthday was uh the 20th. It was Friday the 20th, and my birthday was that Sunday. And me and Auntie jumped on the bus and went to Atlantic City just to celebrate, that I was given another chance at life. I didn't share that with you all, because it's difficult. Um, I want to say, being the head of the family, so to speak, and then to tell everybody you sick or possibly sick, you're gonna die. So that was my beginning after Ernie died, to really taking charge on my health.
Yeah, but is it's good that we are having this conversation, right? Because that's what I'm saying. Like, we're here to, for healing, and we're here to inspire ourselves and others. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yep.
And you know, withholding information, you know what I'm saying, especially when it comes to family medical history, right? It can be deadly to a lot of people, to a
Yeah.
lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So maybe next time you won't withhold information. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying maybe next time. But I found, well, I didn't find out that I had a problem until later on in life.
Mhm.
But I do remember when I was playing football for Snyder, um, and we do our physical, and I remember the coach taking me to the to a private cardiologist. Everybody else saw the school nurse, and they wait, make sure, but and I remember they was I can remember they was so focused on my heart. You know what I'm saying? And I was what, 15, 16 at the
No,
time.
I think you was younger than that. I
No,
think you was a little bit younger.
no, well, anyway, I was a teenager.
Right.
You know, and and I was playing football, and they were so concerned about my heart. You know, and then fast forward, in 2019 is when my problems started. Like you said, by me working for transit. We go for annuals on our birthday, and that's when they found out, something was, wrong with my heart. And I
Mhm.
couldn't understand it because here I am, for years. I mean, I'm pumping all this iron, I'm running all these miles, everybody's saying, oh, you look good, I mean, I wasn't trying to be, an athlete or anything like that. I just
Just
wanted,
you was taking care of your health. You was taking better charge of your life.
I wanted to be healthy, and I can remember, I was standing at my depot, and I just got finished, jogging, and I was talking to one of my coworkers, Kevin, and I couldn't breathe. And I'm just thinking that, I just ran too hard,
Right.
I'm to find out I was in AFib.
Mm.
I could have dropped dead right there. And not only was I in AFib, I mean, yeah, not only was I in AFib, I went inside the depot, took a shower, and went and did my second half, right? Which means that I went back down into Manhattan with a bus full of people, back and
Sick.
forth. Yeah,
Sick.
sick, not even knowing,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why it's so important for parents to let their children know
Right.
everything that they know about family medical history.
Right.
Because I mean, look at the cancer that's in our family.
Right. And I have to say this. Um, I have to give our mother credit on that part because I tell people we were young, like we were young. She used to have her Pepsi and her peanuts, and we all sitting there. She talking about her family, Mo Tish, who died from cancer, who had this, who she let us know. So that sparked my interest because when Ernie got sick at 34 years old. Okay, he was literally in the final stage.
Yeah, and just let me interrupt you for a second.
Mhm.
That right there, I mean, yo, it's not like it's the biggest mystery, but what it is that that let me see because Ernie died when he was 35.
Yep,
You
just
know,
made his 35th
and
birthday.
and we are talking colon cancer. You know what I'm saying? This dude died when he was 35 years old.
Hmm.
So that means that he had to have it maybe at least, who knows? He could have had that 26, but just didn't know.
Right. And
No,
lifestyle and not going for checkups and things like that. Because let us be clear, our brother lived a colorful life. He lived his life.
call it what it is, Regina.
You
Because it's not only Ernie, it was on everybody except you, and that's just the truth, right? Your brothers, we ran the streets. Look. I'm not ashamed to say it.
No, I'm not saying that you are ashamed, and
We
I'm not saying that we trying to beat around the bush. That's not what
yeah,
I'm saying.
yes,
And when I'm saying
yeah,
colorful, I mean our brother traveled with the circus. That's what
yeah.
I mean.
I mean,
Okay.
we was in the street. Some of us went to prison. You know what I'm saying? You even had to arrest one of your own brothers. You, I mean, let's call it what it is. I mean, look. I mean, thank God that it was you that got the call. You know what I'm saying? So you know, um, basically what I'm saying is when you're living, as you say, a colorful life, right? Um, you're not taking care of your health. You're not concerned with taking care of your health.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying for yeah, some people be like, well, why is he saying that? Because I'm here to inspire people.
Right.
Look,
Right.
it's
I
time to
mean,
stop
it
being embarrassed of your past.
and a
It
shame.
is,
And a
yeah,
shame.
yeah, and the shame. It is what it is. Because
Right.
if you don't take care of your health, trust me, you will not be on this earth.
Yep.
You-
And not only that, Terrence, look at how many people who are suffering. I mean, they suffering so bad now after uh being in the street, not taking care of their health, doing whatever they was doing out there. Okay, alcohol, hard drugs, whatever, even prescription stuff, abuse. Okay, and look at them now. Not 90% of them are on dialysis. Some of them confined to them walker chairs, them wheelchairs. Uh, 55, 60% of them can't even leave the house. The medical van literally have to come and get them. And these are people our age. These are people our age. Legs are so swollen, retaining so much water because their hearts are not working.
yeah, it's not working properly. And and
Yeah.
and 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 you know, that's a great, segue, right? Because I want to read something, because I did my research, and plus by me dealing with heart disease, and a normal heart beats a normal adult heart
Mm-hmm.
beats 60 to 100 beats per minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. For a person my age, the maximum, that's mean like when you're working out and stuff like that, the maximum is 170 beats per minute,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, but your target heart rate zone should be 84, between 84 to 143. And I find that when I'm doing these things, this is exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to give a people a little bit of insight about the heart, right? And about staying healthy. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it's important to stay hydrated, right? Exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Um, get you a nice balanced diet that works for you,
Mm-hmm.
right? A nice balanced diet that works for you. Get plenty of sleep, right? And I think this was where I messed up at, because I would work and work out, and I was only sometimes getting 3 and 4 hours sleep. You know what I'm saying? Um, so these are important things, and I want to share a couple of more things, right?
Go ahead.
Um, the signs of a heart attack, right? Chest discomfort, right? And if you feel pressure on your chest, like your chest is tightening, that's a sign, right? Um, upper body upper body pressure. Um, if your arms start feeling heavy,
Right.
your jaw, your
Start.
neck start to hurt. All right. And if you get like real sharp stomach pains,
Mm.
right? If you break out in cold sweats, you have nausea, your lightheadedness, right? And these are the signs. Let me find it. These are the signs of a stroke, right? Your face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. I actually experienced speech difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
experienced,
And your mind, your brain is telling you you're speaking properly, but it's coming out gibberish. Like it's so, it could be extreme, but people who are around you that know you, they'll be like, yo, what's up with, why you
yeah,
talking
yeah,
like that?
yeah, exactly. If if you experience any of these signs, it's time to get to emergency room.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't play with it.
Yeah.
We like you said, um, we lost a brother July 7th of 2022. And I remember the last time I talked to Travis, the last time I talked to him, he said, he said, my He said, my left arm is killing me. That's what he said. He said, my left. And then I got that call from Milk, which is his son. And you called from, that's when you was in Africa. And, you know, you all know the rest. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying those are the signs. If you're experiencing any of those type of symptoms, please get to a hospital, emergency room.
And I just want to jump in for 1 second and stop saying, well, at least I'll go the way I want to go. At least I'll die doing something I love. Because our brother died driving that truck.
Doing what he loved.
But did he have to go? I mean, it was his time. But I'm saying, if you do your maintenance, if you change your lifestyle, your food intake, you got to drink a lot of water. Your body is living, is full of living cells. When you don't nourish that, you will start dying, and your body is going to let you know. I started my physical journey far as health before my brother died, before Ernie died. I literally, I think after his death is when it just started kicking in and I went into overdrive. I stopped my kids with whole milk. You're not drinking that poison. You know, I started going to the farmer market more, making them, like, they was always eating fruit and vegetables, but literally y'all will make a salad. Like, I could not just see myself continue giving them Kool-Aid with sugar. Like, this is poison, you know, and you have to really start somewhere. It's never too late, because when I went to Ghana, when me and my husband left to go to Ghana, I had a suitcase filled with medicine. I had heart medicine. I can't even tell you the name of the stuff, but I had it. High blood pressure medicine, diabetes medicine. I had needles to inject myself. I had all this stuff when I left. I have to say, my doctor in Ghana, Dr. Morna, M-O-R-N-A. I couldn't get, like, my legs were swollen and the mosquitoes got to, I hated those mosquitoes there. They used to eat me alive. And I'm like, dang, my legs just so swollen. They were so swollen, my ankles and my feet, where I could barely walk. It was just that painful. And I started going to, because I'm like, I don't trust these people over here, like, I don't know. You ignorant, you don't know. But I'm telling you, Dr. Morna, this man he is the doctor of the diasporans, meaning us that come to Ghana. He gets calls for consultations from all of Europe and even the US and Canada. This man is world known. Okay. He said, listen, you got all that medicine, right? I said, yeah. He said, you're not taking it. He said, you are going to start eating healthy. I want you to try this. And if it don't work, then I'll give you medicine. It's a lie what they tell you about the continent, okay? I started eating, like, going, we was getting fresh coconut and stuff, but literally making those coconuts part of my daily routine. We would fill up our water bottles, and with the water from the coconut, get the meat from the coconut. They would go out in the bush and get us fresh plantains and bananas and fresh pineapple. Like, literally, you could get everything. Fresh chicken, like, now we have chickens over there. Fresh chicken. Even the pork is different. It tastes different than here. It's not full of chemicals. I reversed everything that was wrong with me in that time I was in Ghana. And thanks to Dr. Moina, he encouraged me to do better. He encouraged me to say, hey, if you need it, but at this point, you don't need it. Okay. And I even had my colonoscopy there. I had it done. And when I tell you, he made me, it was just a personal relationship. And I had all my medical records from the US. I mean, everything. And he went over it. He after my he did my procedure, he said, listen, you're good. He said, you don't have no polyps, you don't have nothing. He said, your colon is clean. I'm so grateful to him because even like I'm on the West Coast and I'm in a landlocked state, it's hard to try to even eat the seafood here because I know it's not fresh. It's hard to eat food out because everything is loaded with cheese and gravy and sauce, and it just turns my stomach. So what I'm trying to get at is your health, your lifestyle starts with you. Okay, you need to change it. You need to, because I'm not eating all the stuff here. I'm not. I can't do it. I don't even eat. I'm trying to find a farmer's market because it's hard to even get fresh salad. So you have to find certain grocery stores to go to get the fresher lettuce and stuff like that. So you, like you said, exercise, go to the doctor, get your exams. A yearly exam could add time onto your life. I just did my yearly exam through telehealth online. I went for the lung screening, I forgot what she called it, but they checked my lungs, and because I was a smoker, so I'm like, yeah, I quit smoking, in 2014, December 31st. Yeah, I quit smoking. I haven't had a cigarette. And she said, well, lung cancer, because you within that time, 10 years. And I'm glad I had the test done because I'm good right now. So you could start, like you could restart your clock just by knowing you're okay.
And the thing about it is that sometimes even though we're not doing the behavior now, but we can already probably have done the damage. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like, cause Daddy, he died from lung cancer.
Yeah.
I have his death certificate because I had to bring it to my job in order for me to get paid.
Right.
So like I said before, it is so important for people to be educated first about their family history, about medical situations or medical family history. And
Yeah.
then secondly, like you said, it's our responsibility to take care of our health. It's not our doctors, it's not our spouse, it's not our children. It's
It's all
our
up to you.
Yes, our responsibility. And you know, as long as live, I'm going to inspire everybody to do better with their health,
Yeah.
because I want to touch on this for a minute before we go, right? It's been a long journey, even though 2, 3, 4 years is not a lot, but I'm telling you, it's been a long journey for me. you know, I want to tell people it's very, very important for you to get some insurance, right?
Yes.
And I'm talking about health insurance. I'm talking about death insurance and
Talking about the insurance, the unemployment
yeah,
insurance when you're not working,
the
and
disability insurance.
yeah, you could like pull off of that. Now, I have to say this really quick.
Go ahead.
I've been fortunate, very fortunate, that I have never had to utilize those um, programs or those types of insurances because the job I had, I was covered. But you must get yourself in order, not just your health, but your when you transition, all this stuff have to be in order, because when you sitting around worrying about who's going to take care of your kids, who's going to pay off your house, these are things you shouldn't even be worried about, because you're going to be gone. Okay. But you need to have things in order so you can live a healthier lifestyle, your mind to be at peace. That way you could start taking care of your body and your spirit. Okay. If these things are not in alignment, you will be sick. You're going to start developing these ulcers and things like that. So my brother is completely correct. You must have these things in line.
Yeah,
You have to.
and also during death, right? Because I mean, we could run from it, and you can play hide and seek with it. You know, you can play freeze tag. It's going to happen.
Spin
It's
the bottle, all that crap.
yeah, yeah. You know, it's inevitable. You
Mhm.
know, we are leaving this earth. We can't stay here.
Yep.
Where you go, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is that you don't want to leave a burden on your family,
Yeah.
to try to bury you, cremate you, or whatever,
Right.
and I'm not saying for people to go and get $1 million life insurance policy. I'm just saying just enough for your people to put you away. So
Right.
where it won't be a burden on them. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because I mean, thank God, um the only person that we really had to scrounge like that for was Ernie.
Yeah.
I mean, Travis had a policy, mama and daddy had policies. Um, you know, so like we really didn't. I mean, with Ernie, yes, but with mom, I mean, with everybody else that died, in our family, in our immediate family, let me say, we didn't have to do that,
Well,
and
well, to so let me just clarify something. We did a little bit with Mama, because the insurance company contested her policy.
yeah,
So that's why it's important to maintain your insurance. Um, our mother did not want to burden us. That's how she lived. I don't want to put no burden on my kids. So when her policy, when she reinstated it, it didn't meet that timeline, and it's so important to make sure that you have that policy in effect, you know um and it's in good standing. Any lapse, they not paying. You could have paid that policy for 40 years. You lapse, and your reinstatement start from the date that you reinstated that policy, not 40 years ago. So people are not aware of that. I remember our cousin Daryl, he used to sell insurance policies. I forgot the name of the policy, but he was selling disability as well. And I wish I had jumped on it, because I was like, well, I got insurance. I'm not worried about that.
yeah. I remember Daryl told me, and because when, and this is another thing, when you're young, you think you know everything. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And because I remember Daryl was telling me, cuz you need to get this and you need to get that. but I'm young, healthy, running around, doing what I know I want to do,
Mhm.
and like you said, I wish I really would have paid attention because maybe I would have been in, I mean, I have insurance now, thank God, but maybe I'd have been, I could have had something better. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. And let me just say with the insurance too, is that a lot of people trying to get these policies where you don't have to do the medical checks, right? That's fine. I mean, whatever makes you happy, whatever you could afford, however you could get it. But let me say this: if you smoking cigarettes, if you or using drugs or whatever, they're gonna find out. They're gonna know. So don't lie on insurance policy because now the insurance companies are literally pulling your credit. They are going in depth. Like it's other, not just your regular credit report, but it's other avenues that they use to get information on you. Okay. And if you when if they're gonna pull blood, they're gonna know. They're gonna know. And you have to sign that consent if you want that policy.
And
And they're gonna tell you straight up, no, we can't insure you. And that's gonna go into the system and nobody else is gonna insure you.
and one thing I know by working for transit, right? When it comes to documents, right? If you lie on those documents and you get caught, it's going to be hell to pay. I remember, growing up, everybody, not everybody, because I'm not gonna tell that lie, but people claiming other people kids and stuff like that, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I learned how to live a healthy. I do the best I can to live a very healthy, truthful life. Now, you know what I'm saying? Because you mess with these government documents, and it might be 17 years later, but when they come hard.
Yep.
And there's nothing like going to get your paycheck, right? And they say, well, hey, Mr. Moose, yeah, you have a check, but it's on hold. You need to see the IRS. And you're like, what? Yeah,
Yep.
before we can release it to you. Now, and this is the thing. People be like, oh man, they never got in contact with me. Yes, they did. They didn't send you.
And the IRS don't call you.
Yeah, they send you at least 3 letters, and then they send you then they send you something saying this is the final notice.
Yep.
But we too busy. I gotta get to the club. Hey, nah,
Ducking and dodging.
hey,
Hmm.
but when they come for you, you know, I'm just saying, man, just try to be as truthful and honest as you can. You
But
know,
it starts with you.
yeah, when you
You
fill
have
out
to
these
live in your
documents.
truth and be honest with yourself. So everything else flows naturally. You get your health in order. First, get your mind in order, get your health in order. Your life will you reduce all of that stress on you. I remember real quick after Ernie died, I had like, I want to say like $5 million life insurance combined on me.
Damn, I
And
wish I would have known.
but Selena knew some of it, but she didn't know all of it.
As soon as we get, now I gotta go to Jersey.
But because I was so scared, you know, and I'm like, oh, what if I get colon cancer? Who gonna take care of my kids? I was worried about the wrong thing. You get where I'm coming from? I'm so busy worried about dying that I wasn't worried about living. Instead of saying it's time for me to quit smoking, instead of saying, like right then and there, instead of getting all that insurance, I should have invested in my mind, my body, and my spirit by
Exactly.
cleansing and making sure I'm healthy.
And and
That
and,
came
and,
after.
and, and, and I would never forget Morgan Freeman said a line in the Shawshank Redemption,
Mhm.
and I live by it. And it's actually what helped me get my life in order. You know, he said, get busy living or get busy dying, you know. And
Yep.
yo, that was the catalyst that sparked, my interest of wanting to live,
Yeah.
and like mama said, man, like you never know where the help is gonna come from.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So with that, I just want to say, you know, I I I I just want, people to know about their medical family history. Ask questions, man. And for the elder ones, I mean, because we are becoming the elder ones now,
Right.
right? Give up
Hmm.
the information.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Stop taking all these alleged secrets to the grave, because clearly holding on to these secrets is causing people to die. And so I think that I have been very straightforward with a lot of my journeys that I've been on. Um, Even we're gonna indulge into mental health later on. Like, people don't understand how, if you not cleansing and taking care of yourself and living in truth, you can't help nobody else.
yeah, because
You-
I mean, secrets is very unhealthy. Now, I'm not saying that people got to go and give up. You know, I'm just talking about the secrets that's not secrets.
right.
You
It's
know,
it's in your face, but nobody wants to talk
like
about it.
like I mean, I wish our father would have told us much more about the heart that he
Yeah.
had. I mean, because here it is. I mean, because to me, here was this mighty man. He was in the Korean War. He he drove trucks, and
He lived
big,
a hard life.
yeah, big brolic man. He could fight. You know what I'm saying? And I mean,
Yeah.
when he was in his prime,
Yeah.
and not knowing,
He ain't take
you know,
nothing from nobody.
yeah, but not knowing that,
He was a
that
walking time bomb.
yeah, and then like when we, you know, like like you said, Mama. I mean, kudos to her because I mean, as far as things like that, she did probably the best that she could,
Yeah,
and
that's how I knew so much about cancer. And one of our aunts, I'm not going to disclose her business, um, but if Mama didn't talk to me about her, and then come to find out, the colon doctor that I had was the same as hers, and that literally saved my life to a certain point, because she made sure that it was okay for him to talk to me about some of the things, and he knew how to treat me better because she's been a patient of his. You get where I'm coming from?
yeah,
So that's when I went for my genetic testing to find out about markers and stuff. And we'll do something on that later. I found out that I have the marker,
yeah,
so I like, it's things that we need to tell our family, and we just need to be truthful about it. It's not going to cost you anything, to be honest. That's
yeah,
all.
and I was talking to Maddie, the other night, and like it's not just me, you, and Travis and Selena. I mean, if you go look on our father's side, like Chris Chris had a messed up heart. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
I think it's on that side, but we have to do research.
yeah, but it's definitely a family problem.
Yeah.
Coming, like you said, coming from our father's side. But I mean, the only one left is Uncle James. I mean, as far as Uncle Ed too. But I'm just saying, it's time for all of us, not just our
And Uncle Arthur.
elders. Yeah, it's time for all of us, me and you included, to give up the information to the younger ones.
Yeah.
So they so or either to people that's older than us and not aware.
Right.
Because it could be somebody 60, 70, 80, 90 years old that don't know.
Right.
And they can actually do something about it.
Yep. Yep.
So but that's my take on it.
Yeah. And I think with that, we need to wrap it up today. And just stay tuned. We're going to come back with a part 2. And hopefully we'll be able to do a live audience then. If not, please leave your comments and we'll respond to them. And just stay true to thine self. That's my message. And be free with information.
And I would like to say, if you want to launch big ships, you got to go where the weather is deep, where the water is deep.
Mm. Yep. So stay tuned for our next episode. This is the Gambling Elephant podcast, and we'll be back soon. Stay well. Have a great day.